Hello guys, we are back again on another episode of Charlie What's the Happen. It's your boy Owongo, Owonjo. On today's episode of Charlie What's the Happen, we are going straight to the US, to the United States of America, where a Ghanaian native, or should I say native? No, he traced his roots back to Ghana. He's from Ghana. Michael Blackson, the renowned Black American comedian. So he granted an interview on DJ Black TV, a very popular, Black American and Black TV in the United States of America, where he pointed out a very, very, very sad situation that happened between him and the Ghanaian government. So let's get to it. So Michael Blackson came to Ghana. So he has been to Ghana like a couple of times. So for the past 20 years, he has been in and out of Ghana. And he came to his village. He comes to visit, like, occasionally. He comes to his village. He sees, children not being educated, not going to school. Their school, even their government school, it's far away. And built a school.
When I went back home for the first time, for the past 20 years, I've been going home. I go home and one thing I noticed a lot of the kids in the cities or even in the villages, they're all hanging around doing school hours. And I never understood that because, from the time I came to America, the kids had to go to school because school's free. And I never understood why kids were like roaming around doing school hours. And I found out why, they couldn't afford school. And there are some public schools which is called government schools. Mm-hmm. But even with those, you still have to buy uniform. You have to buy books. You have to buy this and that. And those schools fills up pretty fast with like 40, 50 kids in the class, and no more can go in. If you don't get in time, then you ass out. So a lot of kids were out there with no education. And I never understood that. So I'm like, damn, man. I felt so bad. I'm like, when I would get some money, I'm gonna do something about it, And then I eventually, I got blessed enough. Took like $500,000, built this beautiful campus, beautiful school.
So now it was left with the funding of the day-to-day activities of the school. So he came out with an idea, to invest in an Eurobond, which will give him, a profit of, I think Ghana, it was 9%. Back then, it was 9%. So that profit will be used to run the day-to-day activities of the school.
So I said to myself, how can I sustain this for life? So at that time, they had Eurobonds, mm-hmm. right? So Eurobonds, pretty much, the money would stay in the currency that you put it in. Whether it's euro, dollars, pounds, whatever you put it in, it would be in that currency, right? And the Eurobonds was paying, if I'm not mistaken, at least 9% interest rate, which is unheard of.
Only for him to be swindled and scammed.
So I did my calculation on the school. I said, okay, this school's costing me about $9,000 to $10,000 a month, which is not bad at all to run a whole school.
Still a lot of money, though.
Still a lot of money.
Yeah, over $100,000 a year.
Yeah. So I said, okay, 9 to 10.
After taxes and all that stuff. Yeah, I get it.
I said, every month this school's cost me $9,000 to $10,000 a month. How much would I need to put in bonds so that way I'm having this money come in? And I said, okay, $1 million. In fact, I end up doing $1.2 million.
Imagine $1.2 million. Dollars. A Nigerian will say, Ghanaian will say dollars, into an Eurobond where you don't get the money. Hey, Charlie, it be serious. Nah, this is so serious.
Payment stopped. And, and this was right around COVID time. I spoke to the lady at the bank. She said, they're just having a little issue. The government, they're in debt. They borrowed money from China, COVID, bunch of excuses, which is excuses to me.
They used your money to pay back their Chinese debt.
Yeah, they used my money to pay China.
That's crazy.
Imagine, out of your own goodwill, decide to build a school that is supposed to be a job of the government and use your own money to fund it. You put it in an Eurobond, awaiting profits or return on investment. The return on investment just stops. You stop paying it. You go and inquire, and they tell you that they've used it to pay the debt of the country. Oh my goodness. I'll be fuming. I will vex. Like me, I go vex. But you don't go fit do anything too. You can't do anything. That's the most heart gut wrenching thing. You can't do anything about it when they tell you that. Unless maybe you start lobbying and finding ways and means to get your money back.
2 years later, then I hit up one of my guys that worked for that regime. I said, yo, man, what's up with your government? You know? He's like, Mike, I'll get you your money back, but I'm gonna need 10%.
Oh, hey, there no somebody want to some connection we give up. Hey Ghana, hey, hello. I just say it everywhere. I'm sure it's everywhere, but this one is so characteristic of my people, Ghanaians. The person wants to take 10% to 10% before what? He gives your money back to you. Like he kind of engineers a way to get your money back.
Your 3-4 year bond is now 11-year bond.
Wow.
Right?
Okay.
And whatever amount of money you gave them, you're gonna lose 37% of it.
Should have gone for the 10%.
I should have gone for the 10%.
Yeah.
Right? You lose 37% of it. Now, if you give $1 million, you lost almost $400,000. Now you only, and now your 9% interest rate that you had is now 5%. Those are the option one. Option two, you don't lose none of your money you give them. You keep your whole amount of money. But now instead of your 3-4 year plan is now 15 years before you get your money back, right? Instead of you getting your 9% interest rate, it's 1.5%. So pick which one you want.
Yeah. They're basically robbing you.
Robbing you.
Yeah.
Basically, they are swindling you. They are taking your money away. Basically, they've terminated the previous or prior agreement. That's so sad. It'd be very, very sad. Like if it was me, I'm not gonna do it again. I'm not gonna invest any Eurobond in Ghana again. Charlie, you go pay, the kiddies go pay school fees. The kiddies.com, they will pay school fees. They will pay crap. Out of your own goodwill, you are deciding to do something good for your home country, and they do this to you. Charlie, it's good that he's not actually blaming the whole Ghana, but blaming the administration. Well, corruption is everywhere. Even in the States, there's corruption. But in Africa, here, the corruption, it's a different type of corruption, man. Nah, it's very different. Like, it's pure, current pure corruption. And to the detriment of their own people. But, what are you going to do about it? We just pray for better leaders and stuff. Yeah. So you comment your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you for watching the video. If you found the video interesting, like, comment, and subscribe. I'm out. Peace.